Hello everyone, how's it going, and welcome back to another video. Today we have a pretty insane and interesting game for you all. I'm going to do another breakdown / analysis video throughout the whole of this game. And yes, my thumbnail was not a clickbait. We did have a Zed jungle this game. It was a crazy game which we fell behind early and we came back into it. But to start things off, let's have a look at the matchup. So, me and Scoundrel are playing Lulu Jinx in the bot lane. Obviously, not the best laning matchup, especially against the Draven and the Janna. We're going to be put a bit behind early on. In the mid lane, it's Aurelion Sol against Kennen. Aurelion Sol has a lot of push power against Kennen and should be able to roam quite a bit. Kennen will probably fall behind in terms of trying to wave clear, trying to roam around. And then we have the Gragas and against Darius in the top lane, which Gragas should be fine against the Darius, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, the Gragas should be able to heal up and should be good to go. And then we have the interesting Zed versus Evelyn matchup in the jungle, which, to be fair, it could have gone a lot worse if they had like a Lee Sin or a Wukong or a more aggressive jungle really than Evelyn, because Evelyn kind of just really wants to level up. Farm up until level 5. But we'll see how this game goes. But this is from a game. This is from my stream yesterday. And yeah, it's fairly interesting. Obviously, some stuff happened in Champion Select. Darius kind of insta-locked. And even though we had an Aurelion Sol and a Zed already picked, Darius was the last pick. But insta-locked Darius and just went top lane. And yeah, Zed kind of had to change the smite to last second because we didn't know if this Darius was going to go like Darius jungle or if he was just trolling but yeah, credit to this Zed. Zed was like, you know what, I'm going to pick up the smite, I'm going to give this a try and we'll see how things go. But yeah, obviously this is from my stream yesterday, so there's not really any game audio or anything like that like last time. Obviously, to start things off, we give Zed a pretty big leash because obviously Zed jungle not the fastest at wave clearing and kind of needs a little bit of help early. And with us against a Draven as well, as you can tell, we're just going to sit back, we're going to relax, and we're not going to push up too far against a Draven, because if Draven walks up and auto attacks us, or even Scoundrel like once or twice, then we're going to go to half HP already. As you can tell there, Draven does a lot of early game damage, so we just have to sit back and relax in this lane and try and scale up. But yeah, Zed is not the best in terms of jungle. A very interesting pick, but to be fair, it wasn't really the Zed's fault. Darius did kind of insta-lock in the Darius, even though he was last pick and we already had a mid and a top already chosen. But yeah, mainly the point of this game is just to keep your mental strong, keep positive, because even if you're behind or even if you have these weird picks, even if you have like no jungler, you have 2 people top lane, it's always nice to stay positive. Obviously, Aurelion Sol got the roam up there, as I said. Didn't really get anything for us, unfortunately. I think he missed his stun, but that was all good. But yeah, as I said, Aurelion Sol has a lot of pushing power against the Kennen and does quite well into Kennen as well. We get a little bit of poke damage going off here. Actually get a lot of poke damage off here. That's the one thing about Jinx, which is really good, is that you have a lot of range advantage against the Draven. Obviously, we get quite a lot of poke damage here, and it gives us a bit of lane freedom. Zed tries to roam up and tries to gank, but can't really do much as a Zed jungle. Doesn't really have any CC. You can tell how much damage that Draven does to Scoundrel to Lulu, and it's quite disgusting, to be fair. Yeah, here you can tell that we're playing a bit more aggressive because I have a lot of HP now. Only problem is I don't really have a lot of mana. As you can tell, Draven got super low here, and I just couldn't get into auto attack range to be able to get the kill onto Draven, which is really unlucky. So yeah, trying to take the advantage there, but Draven blew his flash. So that Aurelion Sol first roam was actually really good for us, because we was able to kind of push out the lane really, or push out of our tower, because we got pushed in on the tower really hard, and we were able to push out. We were able to, you know, push the lane in and go back and kind of reset, get some money, get some items, and kind of reset. So at the moment, scores 1-1. We're not doing too bad against the Draven Janna matchup. Again, it's quite hard for a Jinx Lulu early game to try and do something, but we're not doing too bad so far, to be fair. We're not doing too bad. Obviously, Zed's just chilling in the jungle at the moment. Yeah, like I said, you're gonna have these strange sort of picks. Like I said, this is a Diamond 1 game. As you can tell in our team, we had a Grandmaster Darius top laner that kind of insta-locked or kind of AFK picked. You're always going to have this. Whatever elo you're going to end up in, whatever elo you're going to try and climb to, along your journey, you will always have these sort of picks. And you always be like, kind of in your head, you'll seem like, oh, this game is doomed sort of thing. Which, to be fair, I did have that this game. I was like, this game is absolutely doomed. Obviously, Draven here absolutely destroys us. Me and Excoundrel here. Obviously, we can't trade against a Draven early. Draven with the damage is so disgusting. Obviously, Aurelion Sol comes in here, but completely misses everything on the Draven. And here comes the Evelyn as well. We get the kill onto Evelyn, but then Draven gets, I think, 2 kills here. Or 1 kill, yeah. So, Aurelion Sol kind of came up at the wrong time there, which was the problem. So what happened there was, obviously, me and... If I go back here, me and Excoundrel took a really, really bad trade here. Obviously, this is the problem with the Lulu Jinx lane sometimes, especially against a Draven, is that Draven can just walk up to you and just free hit you for the whole game, and you can't really do much, unfortunately. Obviously, Excoundrel blew his shield, he blew his ultimate, and at this time, this is when Aurelion Sol pushes up, but at this point, me and Excoundrel are way too low. Excoundrel's used all his abilities. I'm already at half HP. I kind of want to go back here and get the heal, but I realize that Aurelion Sol's coming, so I have to push up and, you know, try and help the Aurelion Sol. Obviously, Aurelion Sol misses the stun as well and kind of misses everything on the Draven. And he tries to kill the Janna instead, which we do get the kill on the Janna here, which is completely fine, but the problem is Draven. If Draven free hits like this during the early game, he does probably the most damage out of any champion in the early game, and obviously I die there as well, which is kind of unfortunate. Draven gets a couple of kills, Excoundrel has to flash away, Kennen ulti is there as well, and obviously it's not the best start for us. So that's the problem, is obviously I say here to Aurelion Sol, like, stop roaming top. It doesn't really help us, because now what the problem is, I think I checked the leaderboards here. Like, we lost a 2v2 early, which Aurelion Sol kind of came up at the wrong time when we were already losing a 2v2, and I was half HP. Excoundrel used all his abilities, and you could tell at this point, Draven's now 1,000 gold ahead of me. Draven got a kill, so he got his passive stacks, and he's now 1,000 gold ahead of me. So that's what happens. If you don't lock down this Draven, if you, like, kind of mess up against a Draven early game, he can kind of run away with the game. Obviously, he only got 1 kill, and he's now 1,000 gold ahead of me, which is pretty disgusting. But that's what Draven does. Draven with his passive, every time he catches an axe, or he gets a minion kill, he gets them passive stacks, and he's able to get that little bit of extra gold. Obviously, Evelyn a little bit messed up there, to be fair. Evelyn tried to tower dive here. This dragon is a bit risky because Draven's really low, but because it's Infernal, it's super, super important. Obviously, Draven is super, super strong at the moment as well. I think we get the dragon here. I can't even remember. Yeah, we get the dragon here, and we try and go onto the Draven. The Darius is kind of running it down. And yeah, as you can tell, the Kennen is just running in and pretty much just destroying everyone. We do get the kill back onto Kennen here, and I try and get a few extra bits and pieces. But yeah, Kennen gets a triple kill. We get the first Drake. As you can tell, we're now 4 kills to 7 now. The Draven now has 7 kills. I try and get a trade going here because we've got a trap, but unfortunately there is a Gragas behind me still after this whole time. I actually do quite well here to dodge the Draven ulti. The only problem here is I didn't realize that the Gragas was still here. So the Gragas was up here, kind of face checked here, walked down. So I thought the Gragas was going away because obviously Gragas is the top laner. So I thought he was backporting here. But obviously Gragas does really well and uses his third ability to go over the wall and just tower dives me, which is, to be fair, a really, really good play. And I kind of played this the best that I could. Obviously, I take a little bit of damage. I get body slammed here. I don't have flash or anything. I use the barrier there because I know he's going to body slam me for a little bit of damage. I dodged the second part of Draven's ulti here, which stops me. Actually, no, I didn't. I just realized I didn't. I thought I dodged the second part of Draven's ulti, which you could tell I'm moving back upwards to try and dodge the second part because I have nothing else. And unfortunately, I don't. And I actually die from his third ability. If I ultied there, I probably might have killed the Draven or got him really, really low. But yeah, as you can tell, we're 1 and 2 at the moment. We're not having the best of starts. And yeah, as you can tell from me typing in chat, it's not looking too great. Obviously, we gave Draven a bunch of kills now. It's not looking too great. Draven is now, I think, 1,500 gold ahead of me now. I think you can see from the leaderboard. Even more than that. 1,700 gold ahead of me. And obviously, is really, really strong at the moment. So, yeah. Obviously, against a Draven, you have to be quite careful. You do want to shut him down, but the best thing to do against Draven is just to chill. Like, just chill. Don't do anything stupid or anything over aggressive. Don't try and trade with him early. And just kind of sit back and relax. Because, like I said, look at the Draven damage now. 1 auto attack and about a quarter of my HP is gone now. And I think I actually get towered over here as well. Oh no. But as you can tell, look, a couple of auto attacks and Draven, and I'm on half HP now. Obviously, I'm expecting a tower dive here. Scoundrel's roaming down bot lane to make sure they don't take Herald. But I just have to give up turret here because we have no lane. Which, to be fair, is completely fine as long as they... I think they're winning the trade bot lane at the moment. You can see on the minimap. Kind of a little bit of a crazy skirmish happening at the moment in the bot lane. Which Zed gets a kill, which is really, really nice. So they get first turret, but in this situation, as I said, we just have to sit back. Obviously, you see there that I didn't want to go over aggressive there and try and defend the tower. Because I know if I go to that tower, Draven's just going to walk up to me and just two-shot me. And I'm just going to be dead. And we're just going to lose a turret and, you know, some more kills after it. So in this situation, we just need to sit back. We know we have a pretty good scaling comp. We have the Iranian Soul. We have the Jinx Lulu as well. So even though we're behind in this early game, we do have the Infernal Drake as well. So we know that we just have to sit back, we just have to relax, and we just have to scale up. Obviously, we have the Zed as well, which potentially can one-shot the Draven in the late game. Obviously, we're roaming mid now because Draven and Janna are now mid, trying to push the mid lane turret. Zed tries to push up here. I think we get a good kill onto Kennen here, actually. Yeah, we get a good pick onto Kennen there. Really, really good from the Iranian Soul. And I trapped him up as well on top of the stun. So a nice little pick off there, which is the main thing you need to do. When you're behind, you just, like I said, you don't want to do anything over aggressive. You don't want to carry on team fighting because if you're behind and if you carry on team fighting, then you're just going to keep losing. You're just going to keep giving kills away. You're going to keep losing because at that time, they are better in terms of team fights. They will win the team fights. Obviously, Zed tries to go on the Draven here. I think actually kills him as well. Oh no, didn't kill him, unfortunately. So I'm trying to remember what actually happens in these games. Yeah, the best thing to do is just not play over aggressive. Just sit back, relax, farm up, hope for the best. And like I said, we have a scaling comp. We have a Jinx Lulu. We have the Aurelian Soul, and we have the Zed as well. So we got a nice little pick off on the Kennen there, which is the main thing you want to look for, especially in the mid/late game if you're behind. Try not to do these big, massive 5v5 team fights because they're ahead on gold. So most of the time they will win unless you have like a superior team fight comp, which, to be fair, in this game, we don't really have one. Obviously, here, we get a really nice pick on the Janna. Again, another kill. So, just trying to get them picks off, trying to catch them off guard. Making sure that we're not overextending and we're letting them make the mistakes. Which is what, obviously, they're doing at the moment. Kenna makes a mistake, I get a kill. And then Janna makes a mistake there as well, we get a kill. And then here as well, they're trying to tower dive when they're 4 versus 5 at the moment. We get a kill onto, I think, the Evelyn here, and we flash over the wall. I kind of messed up here by using rockets instead of minigun. But yeah, I died to the Ignite there, unfortunately, after my barrier. But again, we're picking them off one by one. We're not doing anything crazy. We're not doing anything over aggressive. Obviously, the Evelyn and the Gragas kind of dived in our jungle. So we're going back. We're trying to fight them there. You know, we're staying as 5, but we're making sure we're not getting into a 5v5 team fight. But obviously here, you can see the power of Kennen still really, really strong. And Draven is just chipping away at everyone as well. And obviously Kennen gets a double kill, and I think gets even more here as well. Yeah, Draven gets the kill. So a bit of a risky dragon. Again, we lose out on the trade. Obviously, I was dead. I think it was a really, really bad idea, us going for the dragon there. Obviously, Evelyn trying to kill me here as well. Scoundrel gets a little bit caught out, but we're completely fine here. But again, what we should have done there, we should have completely reset. We got a kill onto Janna, we got a kill onto Gragas and Evelyn, and we should have just stayed back. We should have waited until I came back alive and then tried to go for the Drake afterwards. Obviously, I went a little bit over aggressive there on the Gragas in the bot lane. I kind of messed up. I think if I used my minigun form, I probably would have killed him a lot quicker and maybe would have survived. But unfortunately, Scoundrel didn't have like heal or shield or ultimate or anything like that. It's a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, as you can tell, we're still relatively behind at the moment. We're still not doing too great. Again, we have the scaling comps. We just need to chill. We just need to farm up. Wait until I get like a few items. And then hopefully after then we can keep scaling into the late game. That's all we're doing right now. We're just defending the turrets. We are just farming up and we're hoping for the best. Obviously, Darius is bot lane. Darius is bot lane. Zed is top lane. But you can see here is like, I feel pretty strong now, to be fair. I have 4 kills under my belt. I got a couple of, like, 3 kills pretty much, you can say. I got 4 free kills from catching out the Kennen, catching out the Janna, and then catching out the Evelynn and the Gragas as well. So I got 4 really, really good kills, which is obviously going to bring me back into this game and actually catch up on gold with the Draven. Obviously, Aurelion Sol gets a nice kill there on the Evelynn, but then unfortunately Darius dies in the bot lane. So we're just farming up. That's all we're doing. We're farming up. We're making sure that they don't do anything crazy. They don't go for Baron here. That's why we're walking into the river. We're making sure that Draven does not do the Baron. And we're fine. We're chilling. We've got a lot of gold now. We're catching up a bit now on the Draven, on his passive. We got ourselves QSS this game, obviously for the Kennen. As I said before, QSS is really, really strong against hard crowd control. They've got Kennen. They've got the Janna slow. They've got the Gragas stun. The Evelynn charm. They have a lot of CC this game that I need to kind of stop myself from getting crowd controlled from, basically. I kind of need to protect myself more instead of going for like a Zhonya's or something. Because something like a Zhonya's would not help me this game. If I'm getting stunned by a Kennen and I just Zhonya's, then I'm still going to be in the same place and Kennen will just still kill me afterwards. But with the Quicksilver, what I'm able to do is I'm able to stop myself. Obviously, Janna gets caught out there as well again. I'm able to stop myself from getting caught by the Evelynn. I mean, not the Evelynn, sorry. The Kennen, and I'm able to run away. And again, we're grouping up here. They make a mistake, and we kill the Janna. Again, something that is just, as a team, we're still playing really, really well. We're keeping track of everyone. Obviously here, Scoundrel gets an amazing polymorph. Like an insane polymorph that pretty much wins us this whole fight. Which delays the Kennen ulti. And as you can tell, we are just popping off. We had a nice little double kill there. But as you can tell here, like Scoundrel played the Lulu play like here really, really well. What Kennen was trying to do here was trying to flash ulti on me. Obviously, we're trying to chase down the Evelynn here because we know that Evelynn's walking up the river. We try to catch onto him. Zed goes in after I think the Evelynn flashed over the wall. And then Evelynn ultis there as well. So we try and chase them, but then we realize, oh shit, there's a Kennen here. So me and Scoundrel peel off. Kennen tries to flash and tries to ulti. But Scoundrel gets an insane polymorph just before the Kennen flash. So the timing was pretty much perfect. So Kennen tried to flash ulti. Obviously couldn't do anything. Actually saves us quite a bit, so we take Kennen down quite low, and Kennen can't ulti until afterwards. And obviously here, if I didn't have QSS, Draven could come closer to me, and I will probably be dead. I'll be taking the damage from Kennen, and I'll also have Draven coming up to me and probably auto-attacking me a few times and killing me. But the QSS, as soon as the 3 procs happen on the Kennen ulti, I know that straight away I'm going to get stunned. So I activate the QSS, and I peel back. You see straight away, I'm running back, I'm peeling back. This is why QSS is such an important item against hard crowd control, especially someone like a Jinx where you don't have a loss of mobility and you're kind of focusing more on staying back and using your rockets instead of trying to go into towards the front line. Obviously here you can tell I'm kiting back and out, I'm in the bush, no one can auto attack me. I wait until Kennen comes out of his Zhonya's. And then obviously we kill the Kennen. And then I know from this point, I have my passive, I can kill everyone. We go for the Draven, we kill the Draven. Gragas flash body slam Scoundrel, feels bad, man. But we get the double kill. And yeah, just a really good team fight overall. Obviously, again, we're playing to our strengths and we're playing to their weaknesses. We're catching them off guard. We have quite a lot of crowd control with obviously the big, massive Aurelion stun. And yeah, you can tell here that the fight was kind of split, but Scoundrel really carried that fight with that polymorph. And at this point of the game now, I know that I'm super strong. I know that we can win this game. We're coming back on gold. I'm getting really, really strong now. I have my 3 core items. I have my IE. I have my rapid fire. I have my mortal reminder. I just need to make sure that I stay safe and I stay back. But that team fight there is a really great example of why the Quicksilver boots upgrade is such a core item, especially against a load of crowd control. Like I said, if I didn't have that there, if I had Zhonya's, then what would have Zhonya's done for me there? I would have Zhonya's there, but Draven would have been there, and Draven would have just auto-attacked me to death. But a QSS allows me to carry on moving, allows me to peel backs, and Draven can't get within auto-attack range to try and kill me. So, again, really, really important to make sure you get the right boots upgrade at the right time. You can see we're being a bit more confident here now. Obviously, I'll walk up. You can see one crit strike there from my Jinx rockets, and it's pretty disgusting. Only problem here is I kind of get caught out, which, to be fair, is my fault. I kind of completely forgot that they had an Evelyn, and yeah, I kind of run it down here. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I kind of get a bit too overconfident. Obviously, the Evelyn flashes onto me here. I kind of flash at the wrong time, which is really unfortunate for me. I should have waited until the Evelyn E went off and then flash afterwards. But I thought I could have timed it just before because I was trying to react in time for the Evelyn. Obviously, by the time the Evelyn E's onto me, I then flash, which is kind of unfortunate. And obviously, she's able to burst me down before I can even tap barrier or anything. And Scoundrel was a little bit too far away for me to even try and ulti me. So, again, kind of my fault. But again, it's a good lesson to learn, is that even though you feel confident, you still need to stay back, because obviously things like the Evelyn, or you can get caught out really, really easily from things like the Evelyn. Obviously, you can tell by me moving my camera, I am kind of mad at myself because I shouldn't have really done that. And to be fair, it could have ended a lot worse. But here, Kennen completely messes up. No idea what Kennen's doing engaging there, but the rest of the team is doing Baron. And yeah, as you can tell, we are kind of winning the fight pretty hard. Scoundrel dies, but Darius is kind of 1v5 in the whole fight at the moment, which is really, really good. And the Zed jungle, hey, it's popping off. It's staying alive. It's popping off. I think it gets a kill here as well. So yeah, even though I messed up this fight, you can tell that we still, well, I kind of messed up before. You can still tell that we can still win the fight, which again is always a thing. Obviously, Draven gets a little bit mad there as well, which again, they kind of messed up. They should have gone for the Baron there. It was a free 4v5, a free Baron for them, and we couldn't really do much as a team because I was dead, unfortunately, because I kind of messed up. But again, our team stayed positive. Our team stick to the game plan and kind of just peeled back and wait for them to come to us. Because that's what their comp has to do. They have a Gragas, they have a Kennen. Their team needs to come to us. They need to engage to be able to get them, you know, the big massive Kennen ultis off, the big massive Gragas body slams off and everything like that. So as long as we survive the initial engage, we have the Jinx Lulu, we have the Darius as well popping off, we have the Aurelion Soul Stars to be able to survive in the team fights. And again, I kind of messed up, but my team did really, really well to keep strong. And obviously I've got my GA now, so I've got my 4-item spike, and at this point I feel insanely strong. Obviously I got a little bit caught out, so I know now that I need to stay a little bit far back because Evelyn is always going to look for me. Obviously we get the dragon here as well, which is really, really good. But that's one thing to note as the Evelyn. Obviously there's no pink wards, there's no control wards or anything at the moment that can stop the invisibilities, because probably what would have been the best thing to do there was put like a pink ward in the middle of the lane where I'm standing now and kind of be like, oh, you know, wait for the Evelyn to come, and when she shows we can just one shot. But it's, you know, it is what it is. There's no pink wards in Wild Rift at the moment, but again, we're pretty strong here now. We have the Baron. Obviously Evelyn tries to make another flank play and tries to kill everyone, but unfortunately she doesn't. Well, fortunately for us, she doesn't. But that's what Evelyn has to do. You can tell now that I'm kind of staying a bit further back. You can tell from when I was using the crits and everything, we were staying a bit further back. As you can tell, at this point of the game, we won the team fight. We've got the Baron buff. We get all the kills, and we win the game. So this game really shows that even though you have some weird picks sometimes, don't think like it's lost from the get-go. You can always come back in these sort of games, and even if you're behind as well. Again, we had a Draven that was, I think, 2 kills and 1,500 gold ahead of me. But again, you just have to keep strong. You have to keep going, and obviously that takes us up to Diamond 178 LP. Which again, I think that's around the same elo that I am at the moment as well, even after yesterday. We got the MVP in the end as well. We did really, really well this game. But like I said, you just have to make sure you stay strong. You have to make sure you stick together as a team. Like I said, we had a Zed jungle. We were behind in gold. It was looking all doom and gloom. but we stayed together, we stick strong, we kept our mental good, and yeah, we somehow won the game. But that really shows that in Wild Rift, even though you're behind early game, one team fight is all it takes. After about the 15-minute mark, if you win one team fight, the death timers are long enough that the turrets are really weak and you have enough damage to be able to rush into their base and to pretty much win the whole game. Yeah, that's it for the breakdown / analysis video for today. Hope you all enjoyed. Jinx Lulu is still really strong, really strong combo. Even though Lulu got a little bit of a bug fix nerf, not bug fix nerf, just a little bit of a hot fix nerf to her ultimate cooldown. But yeah, still really strong combo. Definitely should give it a try. And yeah, hopefully we get Masters today on stream. So I'll leave the stream link down in the description. And yeah, we're going to be going for Masters today on stream. So make sure you tune in today on the Twitch stream. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below what your craziest comeback win was. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you all very soon. Take care.